Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Daryl and this is Future Proof. In this channel, I teach you guys how to invest into cryptocurrencies, how to save your buying power, and most importantly, how to be profitable. Guys, I have a very important video to share with you guys today. Bitcoin's at 39,600. Some things in the market are green, some are red, but we're going to be looking at this in this video. If you appreciate that I take my time to make this video and share these valuable contents with you, you know what to do. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel. Click the bell notification and drop a comment below. Let me know how you feel about my analysis and thoughts. Also, I really urge you guys to please avoid scammers that try to comment below if they're asking for or sending out WhatsApp or so ever. Some even pretend to be me. This is not me. I'll never ask you to send me crypto ever. So keep that in mind and please be careful in this space because it's the wild, wild west out here. All right. Okay, guys. So let's get started, and you can see that right now the market is not fully pumping. The entire market is down about 0.9%, and we had Bitcoin up 11% in the past 7 days, Ethereum up 19% in the past 7 days. But in the last 24 hours, we got Bitcoin Cash scanting. I'm not into these. Anchor Tor chain had a major recovery even after a hacked like twice or 3 times, I believe. Quantum, Terra, Luna. Guys, I was giving Terra at like $6. Now Terra already has doubled in price. You can see here we're sitting at like close to like $12, which is awesome. And yeah, overall we got some coins still in the green, and we want to talk about mostly Bitcoin and Ethereum in this video. And at the end of the video, if you want to stay till the end, I'm going to give you guys other coins that have been performing extremely well, like for example DOT, that I was literally giving you guys at like 14.90. DOT is already trading above like $18 now, close to like $19, I believe. So this is really exciting, and I'm glad that these have been playing out well. Just so you guys know, I don't predict markets. I just look at the charts and see the best probability of what could happen. Doesn't make me a genius, doesn't make me a genie, doesn't make me a psychic. It's just technicals and experience, and which is why I come to this channel to bring this experience to you guys and share it with you guys for free. And all you can do is just like the video and share with your friends so that they can get involved in cryptocurrencies. First off, before I do get in the chart of Bitcoin, I do want to tell you guys how far ahead you are just being part of this space and not giving up when you see these negative prices and prices going down. What that does is it kicks out weak hands, the paper hands that basically they don't have it in them to hold for long term, and they don't have that holder mentality to think about something that's bigger than them, or to think about their future and just diversifying into something that will just continuously grow, which is Bitcoin. I'm a strong believer in tech. I'm a strong believer in blockchain technology and how it's revolutionizing the entire world and the entire digital world as well. So if you do believe in that, you will understand that it is just the beginning for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, especially Ethereum. And there's a lot that could still go on, and there's a lot that will benefit this space. We can see the adoption right now. We can see the institutions coming in. You can see the banks even jumping in because they don't want to be left behind. So with all that said, let's take a look at Bitcoin and what we're seeing right now. I'm looking at Bitcoin on the daily chart. And what you can see is, first thing you can notice is we have a long signal here. And the last time we had this long signal is when Bitcoin was at $9,943. And this is really bullish in my opinion. Another addition why this is really bullish is after we broke over this 200 EMA, you can see that now we're using this 200 EMA as support for Bitcoin. So there is a potential that we do go back down to 38,500. But I do think that there's a lot playing behind the scene right now. And I'm going to show you guys some other charts that I found to be very, very interesting as to what the direction of Bitcoin could be next. I did have a video that I mentioned how we were going to get stopped around this area and get rejected before we go higher. I did think that maybe this was going to be a major bull trap just because of the way that this is very similar to what we saw in 2018. Basically, we had a pump, we got over the 200 EMA and then got rejected. But I do think this time is different. And I know it's always horrible when you hear that this time is different, this time is different. But I do believe this time may be different because we've never seen this level of adoption for cryptocurrencies as we're seeing right now. And we're seeing even judges are having more of a respectful approach to cryptocurrencies. And I don't believe that regulation would affect crypto in a negative way because if you think about how the US is, they're trying to position themselves to be a leader in everything. So right now, with China being much more advanced with blockchain and having their own central bank digital currency, I don't think the US will try to basically kill Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies for that matter. So this is one thing. I do see a nice correction. I think this is a very, very healthy correction. I'm going to go in the 4 hour to show you guys a little bit up close. I do think this is a very, very healthy correction. And you can see that there's a lot of buying pressure coming in, and people want the price of Bitcoin to continue higher. And on the note of Bitcoin, there's a couple of things before I go into Ethereum, because Ethereum has been the superstar this weekend. And I do think Ethereum is going to go higher. But before we get to that, I wanted to bring you up to this website called Look Into Bitcoin. I highly recommend that you guys go check this out. It's mostly free, so you can see some of these on-chain metrics that basically gives you a very clear idea of what's going on with the price. So right now, what I'm loving to see, this is also the stock to flow was created by Plan B, and he's a very important person in this crypto space. And what you can see is we have been following this stock to flow model, but sometimes where we just break out and we're way out of the stock to flow model, you can see this area in red, right? These areas in red, you can consider them as kind of like an overbought or RSI. That's kind of like how I see it. And I wanted, when I was looking into, is this a bull trap versus like how it happened in 2018, I did see something pretty interesting is here when we're kind of in that overbought area and you can see it in red. This is when you tend to see the price of Bitcoin go down. And you can see when we're in this green area down here, this is when the price of Bitcoin starts to accelerate, right? Same thing here. When we literally topped like 20,000, we're in this red area and the price of Bitcoin started going down from there. And then when we got back in this green area is when we started seeing a recovery until once again, when we were back at 13,000 here, we were back in this red area. And what I'm seeing right now is even though the price is really, the price of Bitcoin is high right now, sitting about 39,000, 40,000, we're actually in this low green area. So the past doesn't tend to dictate the future, but looking at this correlation right now, it makes me wonder if we're going to see an explosive move out of Bitcoin to bring us back to this stock to flow model. So basically, this is the lowest we've seen in this green area for a while. And if every time we're in this area right here, we tend to see the price accelerate to the upside. Look here, like, look at this. This is exactly when we're in this green area. And similar for here, this whole wave from 10,000 to that 60,000 right here, we're in this green area, and this is the lowest we've been. So I do think that this is going to have a positive effect on the price of Bitcoin. Another thing is on the stock to flow model, you can see the color differences. And we're in this yellow area. We were going down to this green, and now we're kind of heading back towards this yellow area to push us higher. So guys, this looks really bullish on for the fundamentals of Bitcoin. which makes me really excited about. Another thing that I want to take a look at is right here we have the Bitcoin wallets holding over 1 Bitcoin, which has been on a continuous rise this entire time. And even right now, I'm going to zoom in to this area. You can see that people holding just about over 1 Bitcoin, these numbers are increasing with the price. What was even more interesting is the wallets holding over 1,000 Bitcoin. You can see that these whales started selling when Bitcoin was about that 56,000, and right now it looks like they're not selling, and this is looking like it's ready to kind of like curve back up, which would in turn be very bullish. So if this continues to make a higher low here, I think this is mean that whales are accumulating Bitcoin, which is also very good for the overall price of Bitcoin. So I am actually really excited for Bitcoin right now. Obviously, no one knows what direction Bitcoin is going. We just try our best to have an idea and to make the right decisions. And the way to not get wrecked in this space, guys, is to always have stop losses no matter what your sentiment says that we're full and bullish. I know one of the downsides to having stop losses is you can get stopped out before a breakout, but still you're protecting the majority of your capital, which I think is very important. And it's really frustrating when people lose money and they're saying, oh, you said this was going to go this way and this is going to go that way. Guys, it's your job to do your due diligence and do your research and learn how to trade. I'm teaching you guys, I'm sharing my opinion just for educational purpose, but I'm not your trader and I'm not your financial advisor. So if you learn how to trade and you watch videos teaching you how to set stop losses and how to do these things accurately, it will really, really help you minimize your losses and bearish scenarios or in pullbacks and stuff like that. So that's very important that you guys start taking seriously. What I do see right now is that Bitcoin is showing a lot of strength where it is right now, and on the daily you can see that we did come back and retesting this area that we're having a hard time to break, and this just looks really good to me. There is still potential that we come back down and retest 34, 35,000 just to make a higher low, which would still be very bullish that we trade within this triangle before a breakout. But based on this stock to flow model, you can see that if we do break out, the next area where Bitcoin may go sideways for a while would be like around 80, 85, 86, 87,000, and we could go sideways in that area for a while before we make another leg up. Okay, so this is my view on Bitcoin. Hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's staying safe, and most importantly, future proof.